So we're not going to get that much snow in Denver and across the metro Denver area, and I want to explain why. First of all, I've been forecasting Denver weather for over 10 years, and this might be the single greatest collapse in terms of a Colorado snow weather forecast, especially eastern Colorado front range snow forecast. So branch things on out. 5 to 7 days out, most computer forecast models were showing a 1 to 2 foot potential for us here in the Denver area. In fact, there were 4 consecutive runs of the European model going back to last weekend showing at least 2 feet of snow. Now, I mentioned that was far from a guarantee, but it showed that kind of high-end potential with this storm system. The reason being, this is a cutoff low. This is the way we get our big snows here across eastern Colorado. A cutoff low to our south that draws up moisture from the Gulf, slings it back against the Rockies, and voila, you can get those major snow events. But what happened with the computer models is they continue to trend further and further down to the south with this storm, and they kind of gradually weakened the storm as it moved out over the western part of Texas, eastern part of New Mexico. Now, this area of low pressure, take a look at this below. This is now what I would call an El Paso low. That means it's going to be centered over El Paso, Texas. Folks, that's way too far south for us here along the Front Range to get a big snowstorm. That means southern Colorado gets a decent hit of snow. The Palmer Divide should still probably get a few inches of slushy accumulation, but for the most part, this is not going to be that big of an event for us across the Denver area because, again, the models basically took that low that was going to be somewhere around Albuquerque and took it a good 200-300 miles to the south into El Paso, which means we ain't going to see a whole lot for us here along the Front Range. That said, we still do get 2 pretty good waves of snow. One today, I'm recording this on Thursday morning on this April the 3rd, and we get a little bit of that snow this afternoon. South of town, we could see a few slushy spots after dark, and that could mean Monument Hill. Could be a bit snowy, icy later on tonight. The better hit of snow will be tomorrow night and into your Saturday morning. Still could be talking about 1 to 4 inches for us here in Denver. You get south of town, we still have the potential for 6 inches or more of snow, but most areas we'll probably just see about maybe 1 to 4, 2 to 5 inches of snow, mostly on colder surfaces like car tops and on grass. But you get above 6,000 feet, Castle Rock, and Monument Hill, Larkspur, Elizabeth, Kiowa. That's where you may be looking at 6 inches plus of snow, and maybe even a few down branches and trees, especially if you start getting closer to 8, 9, 10 inches. That'll be pretty isolated, but still keeping an eye on that. But for the most part, a lower impact event, and that means here in Denver, we're most likely just talking about a little bit of snow. Still, enough that it'll probably disrupt the Rockies game on Friday for that home opener. Doesn't look great. Looks like we're going to be dealing with a little bit of rain, snow, grapple, collapse of thunder. It looks just kind of cold, kind of gross for the game. It gets a lot better for us Saturday afternoon.